A serial entrepreneur in an era when most Americans seek job security, Wolfe's vision was a success. His new venture, Continental Radio Corporation, rode the crest of 1950s consumerism. He was back in Billboard. Wolfe bought a house in Highland Park, a prestigious Chicago suburb. Then, the trail of documentation went cold, and something went terribly wrong. Wolfe bottomed out. He sold the house. He borrowed money from his brother, Leon. At exactly the moment when the second narrative arc in Wolfe's story began, a new Senate inquiry into labor racketeering, led by Committee Counsel Robert F. Kennedy, started making headlines. Wolfe's cronies from the coin machine industry were subpoenaed to testify. Wolfe surfaced in Miami in 1958. He would be drawn into a venture with high stakes. Up against powerful forces, Wolfe was caught between the mob and the feds at the nexus of an epic caper that rivals the movie Ocean's 11. A diverse crew pulled off a complex plot involving Canadian bonds, Swiss banks, and Cuban casinos, what international law enforcement called the biggest bank robbery in the world and the largest money laundering scheme in history. And then it came undone. Fidel Castro's communists took power in Cuba and closed the casinos, but Wolfe and his mob associates would not go on trial until 1962. Americans have always been attracted to the stories of outlaws, of anti-heroes who challenge the system, who pull off feats that most of us would never have the nerve to perform. My uncle had the charm to pull it off and the balls to go for the big score, but he was undermined by his own hubris. This arc reveals another dimension of the immigrant experience. Wolfe was an outsider to the mafia, to law enforcement, and even to some in his family. My grandfather had journeyed across half the planet to find freedom. Born with that freedom, Wolfe Rabin went in search of the American dream.